everybody?
Holy crap.
And welcome to another Monster Mack and Training #1 podcast.
Mac, you know as well as I know that it's called the Mack Cast.
Well, that's what it was going to be followed by the Mack Cast.
Oh, all right.
It was my setup I was working on.
Did you like the DJ skills I did that? All right.
I like that. That's very nice. But we got another podcast for you. And like we promised you before, we got Trevor.
This is part 2 with Trevor. Not like we didn't try filming podcasts with other people, Mac.
No, we definitely did try to film other podcasts.
Here's the go down. We filmed like a nice hour podcast with Peter Crave. We talked pro wrestling. We talked Inside the Biz. We talked, childhood memories, all those kind of crazy things. And turns out the Monster Mack Cast podcast is haunted.
Oh, yeah. Something definitely happened.
We recorded that. Bingo Bango didn't work. We recorded a DVD commentary track with Chad Hart and Peter Crave.
For Mack Attack,
the DVD. And that didn't work, too. That was going to be a downloadable podcast deal where you could download it on iTunes and you could listen and watch the DVD at the same time. And, hey, that's kind of weird. We're telling you all the secret inside information. There's not really much.
A little bonus Training #1.
Yeah, a little bonus action. That's what I like to call
it. It went pretty well, and it was actually
also boom. That got that was disappeared into the ether.
So we tried doing another one with Trevor. After that,
Bingo Bango, we record, and then boom, that one's gone too. I think Trevor was happy about that one too. He wasn't too happy with his performance that evening.
Some kind of virus, Monster Mack.
No, I wasn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, that voice you hear is of Trevor. That's right. He is here in the. I was going to say in the Mac studio, but really we're in the apartment. We're in the apartment.
In Trevor's apartment. Luckily, we're not
sitting on his couch. We're watching ECW.
In his living room.
Casey Shooter's drinking coffee and reading a book in his bathrobe.
And luckily,
that's true.
Luckily, we didn't actually have to do this in Trevor's room because it is freezing out there. It's really
man,
been
he's
cold
got a crack
lately.
in his window or something. It's freezing in there, Trevor. You need to get that fixed. What are you doing with all that Monster Mack money you make?
Spending it on the ladies.
Ooh, that's right, ladies. That's a good answer. That was a good one. Come on, Mac.
No, I have to give it to him on that
one. Come on, Mac. Ladies, Trevor, he's available, and I hear that he is a stallion.
In the flesh, baby.
In the flesh, baby. All right, Mac, what were you talking about?
Well, I was going to say that I did like Trevor's touch with the toaster oven in his room. Just open. That's how he warms himself up at night.
Also legitimate, really things happening. We got some strange friends, folks. It's cool, though. I love them.
But it's been a damn good Monster Mack week. It's been a damn good Monster Mack month, if you ask me.
The last podcast that we actually that was able to be recorded and released was the Mac, we'll call it Christmas Spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was around Christmas time.
I hope all the Monster Mack fans had a wonderful Christmas.
Oh, yeah, me too. Wonderful Christmas.
But it's been a pretty good one because we successfully defended our Showcase Tag Team Championships.
Several times since the last time we talked to you.
Damn right we did. We still got them bad boys. I'm actually wearing mine right now, Trini.
I'm not wearing mine. I have it hanging on the wall like one of those.
Oh, in a plaque? Did you buy one of them?
Yeah, I bought a frame. Yeah,
you go to Walmart.
Then every time we go to the show, I take it out of the frame, I put it on, and then we go to the show.
Yeah. No, so you actually arrive with the belt on
already.
You
of course.
You have to show the competition.
I'm like Kevin Strider. I show up in my gear. You know what I mean? I'm ready to go full gear when I show up to shows.
I like that.
Just tuck them right underneath my clothes.
Not me personally. I like to keep it in my briefcase.
Oddly enough,
inside my wrestling gear.
Yeah, not in your wrestling gear.
Yeah, it's like a built-in. I had a custom-made briefcase made for the belts.
Yeah,
you fit it in the briefcase. You lock it up.
It's a belt in a bag in a box.
Of course, in a briefcase.
In a
bag in a briefcase.
In a gear bag.
Sometimes I handcuff it to my wrist, of course, on the days I'm defending. You never know, man.
Mac, I've been talking to you for about 4 minutes now. I literally have no clue what we're talking about.
We're talking about the briefcase that I carry to the shows.
I'm not going to lie to you, man. I'm sorry. I lost you at least 3.5 minutes ago.
All right, that's fair enough. But we got Trevor here Gonna kick it off with Trevor once again. We were telling some awesome stories last time about Trevor.
Right.
And the only one I have is that he uses a toaster oven to warm,
his room
at night.
Well, we're gonna get a little into some Mack news, aren't we, Mac?
Of course, we successfully defended our belts. That's,
you didn't.
That's
say,
all I can
that's all you
prepare
got.
with.
Yeah, that's
all
literally
I care
the only.
about, baby. It's them Showcase Tag Team Championships, man.
That's the only notes that he came in with.
Exactly.
We won those tag belts.
Here's a little side note for you fans: the Whaling City Championship belts come for them too.
Yeah.
I need extra room. All
right, Mac.
I'm gonna have to buy a second
Who
suitcase.
did we defeat? Who did we defend the Showcase tag belts against?
It was a tough one, trainee.
We defended against the Minutemen.
Yep.
That was one of the matches. That was in Wooneyville. I was going to call it Wooneysocket, but that's weird. Trevor, you were there for that night, right?
Oh, I was.
The fans were extra rowdy that evening, I feel.
Oh, they were. They were pretty nutty.
Did you enjoy the Minutemen match, Mac?
I thought it was a good, successful defend. You know, them guys are no joke, so you always have to come with your A game when you're wrestling the Minutemen.
Right. And we always like to have a little fun, so we made them headbutt each other's crotches.
Yeah.
And,
we got one up on them.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a back and forth deal with those guys. But the reason I bring it up that we defeated them, Mac, is because we're going to be wrestling them again this coming weekend. And we're recording this Wednesday. It'll probably be online Thursday, right?
Yeah.
And then
that's up to whoever is in charge of that.
The
Mack staff.
The Mack staff, and then the show is Friday. So tomorrow, if you're listening to this Thursday, tomorrow we will be in Fairhaven. That's Massachusetts. Fairhaven, Massachusetts, at the VFW Hall, and we will be wrestling for the Whaling City Wrestling Tag Team titles against none other than the Convicts and Muldoon. That damn Muldoon.
Oh man, I can't stand that guy. He's gonna get his one day.
The Hollywood Balds. Which
that's a tag team I'm not too familiar with.
This is going to be their debut.
Are they bald?
I believe that they are bald.
Are they from Hollywood?
I believe that they are from Hollywood. Yes, they are from the RWA. You know the RWA,
the Revolution Wrestling Alliance. Renegade Wrestling Alliance. I gotta write it all down or something. Yeah, I'm bad with them names.
That's very true, man. You've called me Trevor.
That's why
you called me Trevor and him trainee for like 8 months.
That's why I got trainee on my side. He's like my personal notebook. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, dude. They're from the RWA. I don't know too much about those dudes, but if they're in for a tag team title match, I'm sure they're gonna bring the ruckus.
Hell yeah, man. I'm down.
And Das Minutemen, they'll be there too as well in a 4-way extravaganza.
No, the current Whaling City Wrestling Championships are
Still
the Convicts.
Yep, the Convicts, those damn dirty Convicts, and John Muldoon.
It's the dirty tactics that they rely on, and that's probably why they still have the belts, if you ask me.
Of course, Mac, of course. I mean, they're dirty bastards, and I feel like that we should be able to beat them at their own game in this crazy-ass 4-way that we have coming up.
Oh, man, it should be a real good one. I'm looking forward to it. There should be all kinds of action going down that night. What's the date on that? Personal Notebook Training number 1?
That's January 25th. No Memory Monster Mac.
And we also we're going to be starting up in a new. We were talking about it before. The Hollywood Balds from RWA.
Yep.
You might actually have a few bookings coming up in the RWA.
Yep.
You might catch us on the RWA TV, wherever you can find that.
What I believe that's on their Facebook and website.
Yeah, so we look forward to going in there and bringing the Monster Mack ruckus to the RWA.
Mac, you only said ruckus because I said ruckus a few minutes ago.
That's a good word, my friend. I like that.
All right, so you're going to continue to use it for the rest of the podcast?
That's kabang. It's mine now.
Fantastic. That's what it is to be a trainee, folks. I come up with the good ideas.
That's how it goes down.
He takes them. So, Mac, we're sitting here with Trevor. Trevor's going to be on the road with us for all these dates. Trevor, you are the guy.
The guy for everything.
He is the everything guy.
He's like our roadie, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Trevor carries our bags. He's sells the merchandise.
Dog.
I'm pretty sure you know all of this already. We explained it in the last podcast. But Trevor, what was we have some Whaling City shows coming up. We got the showcase shows. We have NWW coming up in May, which they already sent us a date for May. when they start back up. What is your favorite place to be the guy? Where do you like doing the most?
Oof.
What not even what promotion, but like what building do you like working in and with and with the people and jibba jabba and the yappa zappas?
Oh, I definitely have to say Woonsocket's one of them.
Well, yeah, you really enjoy the Woonsocket shows?
The building's nice and small, so you can hear all the all my cheers and my interaction with the
Now,
crowd.
Trevor, to the average person listening, they don't want to hear about how tiny a building is when it comes to wrestling shows. I mean, I get it, dude. That's the showcase home shows. They jam pack 40 people in there, sometimes, and the crowds, they're rowdy and they're ruckus, and apparently that's what Trevor likes working the most, because people can hear him going, "Hey, peanuts, we got peanuts," or whatever you yell.
Popcorn peanuts.
Popcorn peanuts.
Hopefully nobody comes and buys any popcorn.
Yeah. What's
by the way, fans, we don't actually have Monster Mack peanuts or Monster Mack brand popcorn or anything like that at our stands. So whenever Trevor's trying to sell you popcorn and peanuts, he's just trying to lure you over. It's a Monster Mack business tactic.
Oh, speaking
Very
of
nice,
speaking of the
Monster
Monster Mack business tactic, Mac, I want to let you know that this podcast is brought to you by the brand new Monster Mack T-shirt.
Oh.
That's Mac Attack, featuring me and you, super sexy and black, white, and red.
For the low price of only $10, Tranny.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's only $10. How can you go wrong?
Oh, that's quite the deal. If you buy that T-shirt.
Plus, if you like deals, Mac, you can get the T-shirt DVD deal for only $15.
The combo deal.
That's right, and all that's available at monstermac.net, as well as a $5 DVD download for Mac Attack the Mac U entry. That's all right, a DVD download, Mac.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Directly to your computer, no waiting at all. Just bingo bango, download it right to your laptop or you can put it on your iPod. You can put it on whatever you want.
Anything you want. No,
For only $5, Mac. I mean, jeez, we must be crazy to give this stuff away.
I would have to agree, Trinity number one. I am a little nutty, but you just come see our boy Trevor at one of the wrestling shows. He'll hook you up. He's the guy with the crazy sideburns and the poofy hair.
Give him, Trevor. Now, where else do you like? Where else is one of your favorite places to hang out? And the people don't realize, like, Trevor gets to the show at like 5 o'clock when we do.
Early birds. We're a bunch of early birds.
Well, we like to get there and do the thing, and yappas and zappas. And Trevor hangs out at the show sometimes 5-6 hours, where we're leaving at 11 o'clock at night after the show's over and whatever. And so Trevor has to hang out all day in this hall. So to him, I figured the Fairhaven shows are probably a lot of fun too, since there's a bar right there, and we're not really too against drinking and selling merch for us.
That was gonna be my next choice, actually. But yeah, it's always a good time. I like to set up, maybe take a nap, drink a beer first.
Yeah, before the show,
sell some shirts.
Do you really hide away? I've never seen you take a nap.
No, usually I take a nap right on the booth,
Right on the...
I have to confirm that, Trini. I'm sorry. I know you didn't actually see it personally, but I have seen Trevor napping behind our merchandise booth.
I seen Trevor sleeping at the Wrestling Star Wars show, like sitting down with his
it's
knees
weird
tucked into
because
his T-shirt and
it's
just
odd.
Somehow asleep, and people are just looking at him like, how can I buy merch from this sleepy dude?
It's a lot of work selling those shirts.
Yeah,
Sell
well,
the
you
shit
just,
out of those
well,
shirts.
they just
he gets
pass out.
nappy after a while.
Just get a
But
little
it's
sleepy.
very strange because he like sits on top of the chair. He stands on top of the chair.
Yeah.
And then he kneels down like a gargoyle perch.
Yeah.
And then he tucks his shirt over his knees. So please, fans, don't be afraid just to slap him right in the face.
Shove him right over.
Wake up and say, sell me some merch right now.
Hey, Trevor, sell me some merch. And you push him down.
But, yeah, we're not
if you
messing
can
around.
film it, we'll put it on the website, too. I'm not
Yeah,
going to lie
please.
to you. If you film Trevor getting pushed off of his seat to sell you some merch, that's going right on the website. You might get a free T-shirt. I don't know. I got to talk to the merch guy. That's you, Trevor.
So Trevor, pretty much you come on the road with us, you sell our merchandise, you work on our show. You must see a lot of crazy wrestling action. You must see a lot of free wrestling shows.
Yeah, Trevor. I think Trevor's biggest perk to the job is he's just constantly at free wrestling shows.
He loves
that he used to have to pay
seeing
to go see.
wrestling at its finest. He loves seeing Showcase Pro Wrestling. He loves when they showcase the pro wrestling at Showcase.
Trevor, who, other than us, of course, what do you say? Who are some of your favorites to watch at Showcase?
Ooh, I'd say Devin Baker's always good. David, excuse me. David Baker.
Devin Baker, who rarely works for Showcase.
David Baker.
David Baker.
Well, that's the thing. Well, he rarely works for Showcase, too. But sometimes
When he is around, you enjoy
Yeah,
his action.
Uh,
The man loves his chicken. The man loves chicken. I'm not going to lie. David Baker. Every time I see him, it's chicken this, chicken that. He's a crazy man.
Hey, man, loves his chicken.
Man loves his chicken.
I don't know. I like seeing the bum, as I said before. The bum's always entertaining.
Chad Hart in the house. Everybody give it up. Woo woo.
Hey, Chad, what's up?
Chad's in the background.
And speaking of David Baker, that's a great Monster Mac idea right there. We should have him on a future podcast.
What, DB?
I'm sure he's down. You can get contact with his booking agent and our booking agent. We'll talk to his booking agent. We'll get it all hooked up.
Is that your way of saying that you're going to send him a Facebook message?
No, I'm saying you should send him the Facebook message.
Yeah, thanks, dude. I appreciate that.
That's what I'm trying to say.
All right. Yeah, it's a good idea, too. Speaking of, upcoming guests, we got JT Dunn said that he's down. We're going to work that out.
Oh, yeah.
We can,
definitely
we might end up
a bunch of different
I'm going to see maybe if we can meet them at the RWA building where they do the trainings and stuff. We can do the interview there, maybe.
Monster Mac podcast is quite portable, my friend.
It is. That's what I'm saying, man. This is good stuff.
We don't have to come from Trevor's living room every time.
And the other one, I know AG Vito. He said he's going to do one. I don't know what he's going to tell us about reffing.
Yeah, I'm sure he has some.
He's reffed some
different
names.
stories.
And, he did that. He booked for a little while, so maybe we'll talk about that.
Oh, he's the guy who didn't book us for that Battle Royal, right?
Yeah, the overcrowded Battle Royal. Well, we'll call him out on the overcrowded Battle Royal.
I'm so calling him out on that.
Don't think we won't. But
speaking of before, there was a podcast that we filmed with Peter Crave that didn't work out so well.
Yep.
Well, it worked out excellent. We were telling different stories.
The podcast was great, but
there was some kind of anti-Monster Mac virus that shut us down. I don't know what it was.
That's what it was.
But what I was trying to say was we were talking about different subjects and stuff, and I definitely want to involve some of that in upcoming podcasts. We were talking about different wrestling news. We got the Royal Rumble coming up.
Mac, I know you're a big Royal Rumble fan, but we should probably let Trevor finish talking.
No, screw Trevor. What are you saying, Trevor?
He was just naming the people.
He was saying how he liked to see the bum wrestle. What that's the last thing he said.
No, he said David Bacon, didn't he?
Oh yeah, I do enjoy that.
All right, we'll give him the mic back. We're just having a conversation, man. Jeez, you're jumping right into I want to talk about the Royal Rumble. Don't let me forget that I can talk about the Royal Rumble. We'll get to that, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure you finished plugging everything already.
Well, dude, we weren't really plugging anything, man. We were just kind of babbling.
All right. So, well, like I said,
David Baker, right?
Yeah,
Continue.
David Baker.
Yeah, we were talking about chicken, and then Mac went off on a tangent over there. I don't know what he's talking about.
No, he's a ranter.
Yeah, he does like to rant. Continue.
So, like I said, I like seeing the bum, and I mentioned that already.
Did you? All right.
So,
the bum, just the bum, not the hobo.
Oh, because the hobo's never around. I can't remember the last time I seen the hobo wrestle.
Are you sure you're not confusing the bum and the hobo?
What is the difference?
Which one's which?
A lot of people confuse the bum and the hobo.
When he says a lot of people, he means me all the time. I recently had to ask Blackheart which one was which too.
I think the bum is the lesser of the fat, or the fat one.
The blonde?
Yeah, no, there's not a blonde hobo.
What?
There's not a blonde homeless guy.
Isn't one of them like Dirty Blonde?
Dirty Blonde, yeah.
Well, the other one.
When I think of blonde, I think of long, flowing blonde
You think
hair.
of Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe the hobo is the Jay and Silent Bob fan.
Right, and that's the hobo? That's
Hobo Joe. I like to call him. His name's not Joe.
Are you all right? Yeah, Hobo Joe.
It's Dirty Blonde, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I said, homeboy.
Oh,
all right, the bum and the hobo. Who else are you enjoy? Does Roger Williams ever throw you any candy?
Once in a while. Once in a while.
Yeah, some treats from Roger.
Sometimes I steal lollipops from the kids. I go in and...
Trevor, do not steal lollipops from children while you're selling my merchandise.
Now, while Trevor's saying some of his favorite wrestlers he likes to see at Showcase Pro Wrestling, I'm going to throw my tidbit in there.
Throw it in there. Tidbit.
Good bang. I totally missed the Wolfman. He was one of my Showcase favorites.
Did you just like watching him perform?
I have a few of his matches on tape. Yep, I had Trevor record them.
Yep.
So
Just
yeah, I
because of
like
how
to
big of
see
a
his.
Wolfman fan
He was quite
is.
the character, and his T-shirt was a little too expensive for me to buy.
a little pricey
Yeah.
for the Wolfman shirt.
But he
you
did
know.
retire, so whatever he's up to, I'm sure he's in the woods.
Yeah, he's in the woods
hollering,
running around, scratching his
doing
chest really
something.
loud.
Half wolf, half
Half
man.
man.
Can you believe it?
Mostly man. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say half.
He was
Probably like 85% man, 15% wolf.
Yeah, I would say that, but
Like
that
really
was
good
one of my
smell.
favorites.
You know what I mean?
What do you
He's
think
like a
about
really
the
good
Wolfman,
smell.
Trevor? No,
He could run fast with no shoes on.
he did have a nice howl, though.
It wasn't bad.
He had sweet sideburns too.
Also accurate. I don't know. Speaking of sweet sideburns, Trevor.
Well, whose would you say was better?
Well, of
Mine
course
or
yours,
Wolfman?
Trevor. I'm also Trevor biased, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that goes without saying. It's so anyway, yeah, I always enjoyed the Wolfman matches, the Wolfman matches.
I was gonna say Wolfmack. I
Yeah,
don't think
Wolfmack.
I don't think that feud ever happened.
Yeah, I always enjoyed the Wolfman matches,
Yeah.
recording them especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always entertaining.
And that's it. That's all you got.
That's all he has.
That's all he's good.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
That's all he thinks about the Wolfman. That's
all he's got.
But so
Ba-da.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to the upcoming WCW show, like you were talking about before.
Yep, that should be fun.
And
I'm gonna slap some people up. That's what I'm gonna do. Telling you right now. I don't know any of the other matches signed for the evening.
no,
Like zero. I usually know.
they
What's
have
gonna
been
happen?
taking some time off though, and
I'm
this
gonna
is their
say
first show
Scott
back.
Levesque. Scott Levesque's gonna be there, right?
I
and,
believe
the
Scott
Heat Chris
Levesque will be in the
Pyro.
house. Yep, I'll be there.
Me and you, yeah, we'll be there. Let's see.
Trevor
Trevor's gonna be there. Yeah,
will be in the house.
yeah, he'll be in the house.
We look forward to some.
Selling the crap out of those T-shirts.
I hit you directly in the face of the mic, and I'm sorry, but I was trying to bring it over. He's gonna sell the crap out of those T-shirts. Who else is gonna be there, Mac?
I believe Joey Bleeks will be in the house.
Joey Bleeks is gonna be in the house. He's
Everett
wrestling.
Briggs.
He's-
If you don't know him by Joey Bleeks,
If you don't know who we're talking about when we say Joey Bleeks, it's he'll be wrestling.
he recently got
the
signed
Big
to
Wolf, Derek Andrews.
Oh, the Big Wolf.
Yeah, I
He's
recently
not quite like the Wolf Man, but
I recently posted if Bleeko wins, we riot. Talking about me and you,
yeah.
we're gonna go crazy
Yeah.
if Bleeko wins.
You gotta watch out for that spinning that back kick that he does.
A bunch of people then went on to talk about how there's a top rope in the match, so he can't win because he's jobbed to the top rope.
I was
before.
there personally
I know,
for that
I know.
one at
I-
Baker's show in the baseball field.
I just knocked my headphones off my ears. Hold on.
It was quite fantastic. He wrestled Rick Fuller,
And he lost to the top rope.
Rick Fuller whipped him to the ropes, and
We gotta
the
put that on
ropes
YouTube
electrocuted
or something,
him
right?
or something.
We gotta,
I don't know.
How is that not on YouTube?
I'm sure you can find that somewhere. I hope so.
Yeah, we gotta find that. I'm gonna find that clip and then throw like a MonsterMac.net at the end of
Yeah.
it. I'm sorry, Brickhouse Baker. I'll give you. I'll
But
plug
yeah,
you too.
like
BrickhouseBaker.com.
It was an electrical rope match or something.
No. That's not accurate. It's he hit the ropes and fell over a match.
Man, I would have. If it was a Monster Mac versus Rick Fuller, the first thing I would have did was chop him.
Yeah, Mac. You're known to just chop people. I look at you and you're just these huge dudes. You're just like, you know what?
Oh, how funny is that, though? The look he would give me right after I chopped him.
Everybody just gives you the dirty
Oh,
stink eye.
man.
Like, look at this guy. Hit me
They
with
would have went
chops.
down after that. But I, how many people can say that they were in a match and they chopped Rick Fuller? Not Joey Bleeko, I'll tell you that.
Goldberg, probably. Goldberg is one.
Now, how would you have chopped him? Would you overhead chop or just?
What's an
The
overhead chop?
Quada, it was one of my favorites.
Oh, just repeated.
Yeah. I hope Rick Fuller's not listening to this podcast.
Yeah,
Rick,
he's gonna
if you're out
fuck you
there,
up. He's gonna beat you down.
I hope there's no bookers like, yeah, that's what I want to book. Monster Mac versus Rick Fuller.
Yeah, there's no bookers that want to book
No.
Monster Mac. Ooh. Oops, I'm just playing. I'm just
you come
playing.
along with the package deal, my
dude.
friend. So
I'm making fun of myself.
you got
too.
the raw
That's funny.
deal.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. But
What else?
anyways,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much the wrap up here.
I don't know if that's completely accurate. I mean, we hit like, what are we at? 20-something minutes. That's not bad, right? It's a good podcast. Quick one.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty
Nice
decent.
little quickie wiki, huh?
We're coming to your fans next time with some awesome Monster Mac news. What are you laughing
he's
at,
just
Joe?
babbling and laughing.
Awesome.
We didn't even tell any Trevor stories. How about we get a Trevor story out of the
I
way
like
or
to.
something?
Well, yeah. Well, if Trevor's down for a story, I don't know, Trevor. Like I said, all
Trevor,
I
how
had
did-
was the toast oven one.
Trevor, how have you felt about your performance so far in this podcast?
Oh, it hasn't been too bad.
You enjoy it?
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet, yeah.
That's why I'm trying to cut
Are
him
there
off
any-
now.
Trevor, no, give him the mic. Trevor, are there any stories that you want to tell? Because the last time I kind of directed what stories we were going to talk about, what we were going to do. Is there any stories you want to tell? Any funny Trevor stories?
Oof. I'd have to write them down. Nothing I can think of off the top
You'd
of my
have
head
to
at this
write it
point.
down.
I would, because I have so many stories.
So many,
stories
Trevor.
beyond stories.
Trevor just
Well, we don't have 45 minutes, Trevor.
every
but you
day
write
of
them all
Trevor's
down.
life is just an adventure that he needs to write a book or something to remember all these details
Well, somebody else needs to write a book.
about you.
An
Is that what you're
an
saying?
autobiography, yeah.
Somebody else needs to write a book about you as an auto. I don't think that's how
He
that
doesn't
works,
want to
dude.
do any of the work. He needs everyone.
It's kind of true. So there's no, you don't have any stories you want to tell at all. Not even just Trevor stories, life stories involving Trevor and friends.
Ugh.
Nothing, Trevor. This is
Come on,
what
Trevor,
you're bringing to the table.
You once refed a Brutus the Beefcake match.
Oh, boy, yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, I was reffing a beefcake match one time, actually.
All right, Trevor. Now let's break this down. Where were you reffing a beefcake match?
I'm sorry. I think it was Adams. It was for top rope.
Yeah, TRP.
And so we started the match. I introduced
Adams
myself
where?
to-
Adams, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, I think.
It's a long ass drive.
It
dude.
was. It was about an hour and a half.
Is that
a little longer,
No, wait a
probably.
minute. No, what are you talking about? Isn't Adams like? No, it's North Adams.
Yeah,
I
I'd say
think.
it took a good while to get back to far.
It's like 4 hours away.
Yeah.
Mack, where the hell did Mack go?
I don't know, but yeah, I'm sure he went somewhere. He took a walk, took a little.
All right, I'm trying to figure out where that Blackhawk show that was like 4 hours away, like 3.5 hours away. I think that was Adams as well.
Adams. Oh, I didn't go to that.
You didn't
show.
go to that one, no.
I remember you guys going to that.
Yeah,
show.
we went with Grandrew and stuff.
So I'm reffing a beefcake match.
Yep.
And it was him and Kuna.
Big Daddy
Kuna.
Kuna.
Bravo, yeah, whatever they call him
Big
now.
Daddy Bravo. Yeah.
So we get ready to start the match. I go and check Brutus, and I go check Kahuna. So Kahuna powders and he gets ready to leave, and I forget to start the count.
Yeah.
So Beefcake is telling me, he's whispering in my ear, start the count. I don't even ring the bell though before I start the count.
Yeah.
So Beefcake starts getting a start the count chant going.
Yeah.
And the whole crowd is chanting. So I finally
Brutus
ring
the
the
Barber
bell.
Beefcake. And how many people would you say were at the show, fan wise?
It was a decent sized show. It was a big gym, so it was I don't know. I'd say about a little over 100.
Yeah.
It was a decent crowd.
Decent crowd.
So yeah, the whole crowd was chanting, start the count. So I had to ring the bell and start the count. And
Yeah.
Beefcake wasn't too happy with me for that one.
I did like how you actually rang the bell, then started the count, though, because you're the official referee, no matter who's in the match. You know what I mean? Beefcake or not.
Didn't a bunch of people yell at you, but Ricardo had your back or something?
He did. Yeah, I mean, the match went well.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
The little,
Just a
small
little hiccup
issue,
in the beginning or whatever.
A hiccup. I like that one.
Well, that's what it was. I mean, and I remember that week at training, Spike was saying the same thing. Like, you should have started, just listen to Beefcake, which I think you should have done to begin with, and not get a chant from all the fans telling you to start the count.
I was not aware of this chant, though. I'm glad I brought that one up. I only
You
brought
were
it
aware of it. I'm sure the story
at
is just
some
from
point
like
I
a couple
heard it.
years ago, and you just don't really remember.
But I like the good update on there. The only reason I brought up the Beefcake is so I can sneak a quick bathroom break in there.
Yeah, that's why you brought up Beefcake.
Yeah, so I knew Trevor would
Bring
tell
it
a
up, talk about
beefcake
it, yeah.
story, some kind of beefcake story. But
I got the Beefcake.
my
boy
question
right
to
here, my
you,
friend.
Trevor, 1 second.
Ooh, he burped.
My question to you, Trevor, is the Royal Rumble's coming up.
Oh,
right?
we can't finish the Beefcake
Oh,
story.
No, the beefcake story.
We
is
can't
done,
finish the
my
Beefcake
friend.
story because you want to get into the Royal Rumble deal.
I want to know who's winning. Who's going to win this year?
Hold
Trevor?
on,
Trevor
man.
knows all his
Is there any
secrets.
more to that Beefcake story, Trevor, or are you all done?
Actually, I am all done.
That was it. That was all.
See,
Just
it was the
Beefcake.
mic handoff,
Beefcake.
my friend.
Beefcake was mad at you. That's it. All right, Mac.
And-
Let's talk about the Royal Rumble. Let the people know what we do to begin before you start yelling at Trevor.
Well, I'm pretty
about
pissed
anything.
at Trevor. You know what I mean?
I understand you're mad at Trevor.
That's
But
right.
let the people know what we do.
The people don't know why I'm pissed at
Right.
Trevor. But
Every year for the Royal Rumble, we've been doing this for how long now? Casey, how long have we been doing it?
it's probably
Quite
been
a while.
like 10 years.
Yeah,
I
I think 10 plus years we've been doing it.
But it's I don't know if people out
Every
there.
year,
I've
I don't
never
know
heard
if
of anyone who actually does anything like this.
What we do,
so-
everybody comes in. We all throw in a few ducats. Between it used to be like 2, now it's like 5 or whatever.
Yeah, we
And
up the ante.
Depending on how
bit.
many people are there, that's how many numbers you get to draw out of a hat. And you get a number, so you get number 12 and number 18.
So we throw how many people are in the Royal Rumble all in a hat, all the numbers.
Yep.
So if it's 40, well, 40 numbers, 30.
It was only
numbers,
40 that
whatnot.
one year. We do 30 every time.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet that 40 year. But so every time we'll throw all the numbers in the hat, and depending on how many people show up to the pay-per-view.
That's how many picks you get. Usually it's around 2. We get 2 picks each.
So what's funny about the game is if you have number 16 and
Funaki comes out, you're pissed, which is usually what happens with me.
so you end up finding yourself rooting for guys that you know probably not going to win the
Yeah,
Royal
or that
Rumble.
you normally wouldn't root for. Like, you're sitting there like, oh, if you hate Cena, but you get Cena's number, you're like, come on, Cena. I want that Cena to go to Mania, baby.
It's pretty funny to see what certain picks people get. Like, I know you were big on the Tajiri and Jericho.
Yeah, Tajiri. Well, I used to pick Tajiri and Jericho all the time, like when we would watch pay-per-views, like to win no matter what, because I like Tajiri and Jericho. I got them together 1 year, Tajiri and Jericho, and I marked out. I was like, oh, look at this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna win this
you
year.
didn't win.
And I did not win. I did awful. I do awful every year, Mac.
Yeah,
We've
me
literally
too.
played 10 plus times, easily 12, and I've won 0 times.
Yeah, I haven't won it.
No, you won before. You won in like a team.
It was a team game.
I
so
haven't even won a team game. I haven't won anything.
I didn't even get much of the split, but the guy sitting on the side of me over here, he holds a record.
This is why Mac is mad at him.
We've played long enough for me to win more than once.
How many times have you won, Trevor, the Rumble games?
Quatch. 4 times.
4 times, Trevor. How many in a row, too? The last 2 in a row, right?
Ooh, yes, I did.
So if this is going to be 3 in a row, we decided that Trevor's not getting any of the money, and we're all getting... No, I'm just joking, Trevor. You can get some of the money back.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to retire this year if I win.
I'll
You're
take
not allowed to
a
retire. You have to job out.
no.
You have to go out on your
I'll
back.
take a full refund. If
Yeah,
Trevor
full
wins.
refund. Yeah, just hand
Yes,
me back my
please.
cash,
I'll take my
please.
$5 back.
And that's for the Royal Rumble coming up. This Sunday is going to be coming up
Oh,
soon.
I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Who
we
do you
all
think's
get
gonna win,
together. I have no idea. It's going to a big mystery this year.
Is that because you don't watch much
John
wrestling?
Cena, bang! That's what I'm calling it.
Yeah, that was my guess,
he,
too.
he was pretty excited. He seemed like he really
Yeah,
wanted that
yeah.
belt back. So
It's true. He seems very hyped about this.
yeah, so I believe it. John Cena, what do you think, Trevor?
Ooh, I don't know. There's a lot of really, really big guys now. It's
Yep.
like really, main event guys. So it's a tough one to call.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Maybe Randy Orton. This year.
That's who's going to win it. Randy, that's a great call, Trevor.
Well, it could be.
That's
Yeah.
what's going to. Yep,
Be
good
a
call.
second win.
Dude, I'm really just messing with you.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good.
What about you, Trainer? You calling John Cena?
I've been calling John Cena.
Number
yeah, too.
14, John Cena.
That's
I'm calling his number and everything.
That's the slot number you're going with. That's funny.
That's what I'm hoping.
I'm thinking he's going to be like number 1 or number 2, and he's going to go the whole
Oh
way.
yeah, the whole
It's
distance.
going to come down to him and zigzags.
What else do we got for
We're gonna
Royal
zigzag
Rumble?
it.
What kind of matches? We got the Rock is in a match.
Yep.
He's wrestling CM Punk.
Yep.
Is that what's going down?
Rock and Punk.
Who do you think's going to take that? You think The Rock's actually going to be the
Do you
champion?
have like the list of the matches? Because I don't know who's.
No, I don't. I just knew the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Rumble,
And
Rock, and
something
Cena,
to do with
right?
The Rock. I knew that.
No, Rock and CM Punk. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know
It's
who's
a
going to
real
win
mystery
that.
on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Rock.
Yeah. Well,
winning the
that
belt.
means they're doing their job.
Rock
you know
winning
what
the
I mean?
belt, and it's Cena winning the Rumble, and then wrestling at WrestleMania, and Rock losing to Cena at Mania for the belt.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's just my guess.
Well,
That's
what,
just my
the,
guess.
the
I don't
Rock's
know.
defeated him, right?
Right, last
That
year,
one
yeah.
match, so it would make sense.
That's just my guess. I mean, I don't know. I have no clue.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun.
Yep.
I'm bringing the French wine, you know what I mean?
Mac always comes with that
Ladies.
French wine. Ladies.
I can't give my location away that night. I'm sorry, but I'll hook up with you ladies a little after.
That's kind of creepy, Mac. I'm not going to lie. It's a little creepy.
Yeah.
Make sure you go find Masa Mac at a wrestling show. He usually is behind the building in just his spandex and his mask.
Yes, sir.
Doing little dances. You know how the man does. I think this is that's pretty much the end of the podcast, dude. And
That's wrapping it up with a creepy comment. That's how I want to end it off.
You are talking way too loud into that mic, man.
Whoa.
Trevor looked like he wanted to say something too.
Well, I'm sorry. I thought we were still talking about the Rumble.
No, go ahead, man. Say what you want.
Well, can't forget about Team Hell No.
Who they wrestling?
Brothers of Hell No.
The Brothers of
Brothers
Hell
of Hell No. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I think they're wrestling Rhodes. Rhodes and his partner there.
Yeah, this is all just you guessing.
I'm trying to remember their names there. Rhodes and
Scholars.
the other guy. Rhodes Scholars. There you go.
Yeah.
Rhodes
I know
Scholars. That should be a match I'm looking forward to. Definitely.
That should be a match that you're looking forward to.
It is.
Fantastic, Trevor.
Well, fans, I appreciate you coming out and listening to our podcast. We should have a few upcoming names and some upcoming podcasts. It'll be a good time. And this is Monster Mack signing off once again for another Monster Mack podcast.
Go ahead, dude.
Buy some T-shirts, DVDs, Friday.
From Trevor, specifically, of ours. And I'm training number one, just letting you know, for all future Monster Mack and training number one wrestling shows, check out monstermack.net. Recent results. You can go to the web store. You can look at our photo gallery. We got all kinds of Monster Mack show videos, wrestling matches, all kinds of crazy nonsense on there, Mac. Even music videos, which we were talking about earlier.
And check out our upcoming episode.
The Terminator, it's on right now.
Terminator episode's on right now. We got a special surprise for you guys with another episode.
What's
you
that?
have to check it out, and you'll be surprised.
What? Why are they surprised?
I don't know. Well, I don't want to give it away if you haven't put it up yet. But
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the Wizard of Oz episode we got coming up.
Yeah, that's not going to be out for a while, dude.
Oh, I thought that was the next one up.
It is the next one up, but it's not coming out for a while. We just put Terminator out.
Yes, we did. All right.
Just bibble babbling, cutting out I'm just trying to plug the website. You're just coming in like, hey, we got this thing coming up.
No, I'm sorry. I'm a fan of the Wizard of Oz.
I know you
episode.
are. I know you are. I'm not in it much.
I can't wait to get it out.
I'm not in it that much. That's why I don't like it.
I can't wait to get it out to you fans.
30 seconds, and then that's it.
Yeah,
I do have a pretty funny line, though. Good thing he's gone. And
yeah.
Ooh, everybody laughs.
Well, once again, I'm Monster Mack.
I'm training number one. We're here with Trevor.
We'll catch you guys later.
Everybody have a good night. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Good job.